Hello, hello. Happy Monday. I am so happy to be here with you. And I'm so glad that you came over and joined me for some yoga today. So, where do I even begin? Ta-da! We're still with the old setup. If you're on my email list, you would have known that last week, technically, I was supposed to move, but there was a series of miscommunications or communication breakdowns, and hey, we get to enjoy this fireplace and the rest of this view for one more full month. I think sometimes, and I don't know if that's what's been happening in your life too, just a whole bunch of things falling through or communication breakdowns. When things get a little too crazy, I usually look to the stars just to see what's happening in the cosmos. And apparently, we're in a Mercury retrograde. Those who know what a Mercury retrograde means. And those who don't, well, let me fill you in quickly now. Like apparently Mercury retrogrades is a time when communications do break down, or technology, oh goodness gracious, technology has been breaking down all over the place for me as well. And technology breaks down. It sounds like a crazy thing, and there's tons of memes out there that talk about how Mercury retrogrades are highly feared and definitely not something that you want to be in. But I have to say, the good side of Mercury retrograde when communications break down is that it doesn't allow the contracts and the agreements go through that aren't meant to be. And that's just kind of how I'm taking my move. The house that we were going to move into just wasn't meant to be. So again, we get this beautiful background for a whole other month. All right. So, how are you feeling today? I know you can't. I really still wish that we were in person, but just you turn that question back to yourself. How are you feeling today? Maybe even closing your eyes before we even ground, before anything. Where are you at? hmm How are you feeling in your mind? How are you feeling in your body? This simple question, turned toward yourself multiple times a day, can really help you live a more mindful and therefore more joyful life. And I've told you before that there's been plenty of studies out there that talk about the power of presence. When we are present, we can experience joy. When we are not present, either caught up in the future or caught up in the past, that's when we have this kind of emptiness where joy would otherwise be. So practice presence, turning this question towards yourself, maybe even setting the intention that you ask yourself at least 3 times throughout the day, the remainder of the day today. Okay, let's do some official grounding. Hands cupped over your knees, your palms face the sky. You know where you like your legs, either crossed or straight out in front of you. And take a long, deep inhale. Full inhale, release, exhale through your mouth. One more. Long, deep inhale through your nose. Deep inhale. And exhale. Out through your mouth. And for every subsequent exhale, release tension. What expectations were you holding prior to class starting today? Expectations of yourself, expectations of this practice, how it's supposed to look, expectations of me, what I'm supposed to say. Yeah, just noticing if you're holding any. And then one more releasing breath here. Long, deep inhale through your nose. And exhale, slide out through your mouth. Releasing all expectation, because expectation propels you into the future. And when you're caught up in the future, I had just said, you're not in the present. And when you're not in the present, it steals your capability to feel joy. And so focus now on what is happening within you now. Can you name three body sensations, three physical body sensations within you? Okay, let's do this a little deeper. This one's going to be a little bit harder, but can you name three feelings or emotions that you're currently sitting in? Three feelings or emotions. Okay, now that you've arrived, take a quick body scan from your head all the way down to your toes and just notice how everything's feeling. Where is it that is tight and stiff and needs to be stretched out, maybe worked out or challenged a little bit today? And where is it that needs you to be gentle today? It's feeling so hot. Maybe it's a little bit tired, a little bit sore. Noticing all the way down to your toes. And then one more releasing breath. Long, deep inhale through your nose. And exhale, slide out through your mouth. Letting it all go. Any new expectations that you've collected, letting it all go. And how does it feel to be here now? How can you know that you are here now? And now that you've dropped out of your head and into your heart, let's practice from this open heart space. And before we begin our movement, I'll give you some space here to set an intention. What is it that you want to focus on for today's practice? What is it that you want to get out of today's practice? Perfect. And then inhale, flutter your eyes open, arms up toward the sky. Just stretch up, reach up, maybe sway from side to side, especially if you didn't really get a morning stretch today, letting it feel good. Allow your right hand to come down, left arm up and overhead, opening up that left side body, maybe even pressing that right hand into the ground. And inhale, rise up, reach up, but move slowly. Allow that left hand to plant down, right arm up and overhead. Reach overhead. Feel the expansion, the opening through your right side body, and maybe even pressing that left hand down into the mat. Today is about refreshing and revitalizing. So, we're going to be doing a number of twists. We're not going to get too crazy, but we're going to move enough for that blood, that prana, life force to flow through us. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Let's start with a little bit of a gentle twist. The left hand over your right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twisting. The movement comes from your torso. It's not about your neck and how far you can crank your neck. It's about the ribs moving, spiraling around the axis of your spine. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, other side. Right hand over your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, arms up toward the sky and come onto your back. Yeah, we get to start on our back today. Okay, another twist down here. Shift your hips over toward the right. Allow your knees to fall over toward the left. Be gentle. If you need extra support, place a block underneath that left knee. Okay, your arms straight out in front of you to begin with, your gaze past your right shoulder. When we're twisting, it's kind of like a ring and cleanse. We're actually renewing the blood, the fresh blood in our organs all the way through our torso. It also brings mobility back to our spine, especially if we sit all day long. That whole spine can feel stiff and rickety, leading to back pain. So, this is undoing all of that. Let's give our shoulders a little bit of love. Whenever you're ready, take that right hand, bring it all the way over toward the left, and trace the biggest circle that you can around your body. A gentle warm up for that shoulder. 5 big circles and move slow. There's no rush. Move slow. And after that 5th round, reopen that right arm right wide out beside you. Maybe take that left hand, place it on your right leg for a little bit of grounding, a little bit of anchoring. Take a full inhale. And exhale through your nose. Knees come back to center. Shift. Hips over toward the left hand side and knees over toward the right. Take your time. There's no need to move too quickly just yet. Arms right wide out beside you. I already have my right hand over my left leg for anchoring. If that's where you want to be as well, I invite you to do so. And just take a moment, see how your spine's feeling on the side. And then when you're ready, both hands right wide out beside you. Let's warm up the shoulders just a little bit. Left hand comes all the way toward the right. And trace nice, big circles around you. 5. No rush. And after that 5th round, both arms right wide out beside you, gaze back over that left shoulder. Inhale, knees come back to center. Nice. Stay here for a hot second. And then hug your knees into your chest. Get a little bit of low back release. Allow that left foot to plant down, right leg over your left. Yes, reclined pigeon, beginning to open up the hips a little bit. This could be good for you, but if you want to go a little bit further, go ahead, pick up that left foot, both sets of toes, point toward the sky, and just hang on to the back of that left hamstring. If you've got your block or books with you and you want just a little more, but picking up your entire left foot is too much, you can just plant that left foot on a foot or geez, left foot on a block or a book. And pay attention to that opening through that right hip. How does your right hip feel? And gently allow that left foot to come all the way back down, uncross your legs, and other side. Left foot crosses over the right. Go ahead, draw that right knee towards your chest, only if you want more. Hanging onto the back of the right hamstring. Both sets of toes point up toward the sky. How does your left hip feel? Really noticing. Go beyond, oh, tight or open. What are the sensations in your hip that you're feeling? Okay, gently release. Right foot comes down, left foot uncrosses, both knees hugging towards your chest. Let's get some flow going. Let's get a little bit of heat going. If your back is in pain or sore in any way, shape, or form, just tip on over to one side and use your hands to help you up. Otherwise, give yourself a bit of a spinal massage by hanging onto the backs of your knees and rocking up and down a couple of times. All the way up to seated. Hands come forward, feet come behind. Another rare sequence where we're not going to take a pit stop for cat cows, but come straight into your downward dog, pedaling out your feet, right, left, right. Fingers are slightly webbed. You're pressing down through all 10 fingertips and your knuckles. Notice your hamstring and your calves opening up. Gently press down and up into the mat with your hands. Lengthen that spine. And let's continue warming up those shoulders. Inhale, come forward, high plank. And now we're asking for your core to engage, belly button to your spine. Exhale, hips come up first. Downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Nice. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Last one, hips come up first. Downward dog. Slowly walk your feet up towards your hands and take a ragdoll, opposite hand to opposite elbow. Rock your body from side to side and up and down. Bringing a slight bend into your knees if you're feeling any sort of pulling or soreness in your low back. Finding space between your shoulders and your neck. Nice. And then allow your arms to completely dangle, letting go of anything else that you might be hanging on to. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, arms come up toward the sky, hands to heart center, palms face forward. 3, Surya Namaskar A's. And we're going to go in a constant flow to help you cultivate that mindfulness. And know that as you flow, you get to choose which variation you'd like to go with. Inhale, arms up toward the sky, gaze between your thumbs, and exhale, swan dive down toward the ground. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, hop or step toward the back of the mat. Flow through, lower down, Chaturanga or onto your belly. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Any variation that you want, that you need. A long, deep inhale, open up your back leg line. Lengthen out your spine, a long, deep exhale. Bring a bend into your knees, come high up onto your tippy toes, hop or step toward the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up toward the sky, hands to heart center, palms face forward. Second round, arms up toward the sky, gaze between your thumbs, and exhale, swan dive down toward the ground. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, hop or step toward the back of the mat, flow through. And follow your breath. Exhale, downward dog. Take a long, deep inhale. And exhale. Bring a bend into your knees. Come high up onto your tippy toes. Hop or step toward the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, arms up toward the sky. Hands to heart center. Palms face forward. Third round. Inhale, arms up toward the sky, gaze between your thumbs. Exhale, swan dive down toward the ground. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, hop or step toward the back of the mat. Flow through. Your choice, whichever variation you'd like to go in. Nice. And this time, stay in downward dog for 2 breaths. And then let's flow, continuing to open up those shoulders. Inhale, come forward, high plank, belly button to spine. 3 breaths here. Yeah, we're bringing in some fire, building some fire. Pressed into the ground as you're trying to open a door with your hands, using your feet, pressing back into an imaginary wall with your feet. Last breath, inhale, belly button to spine. Exhale, and come back down, or downward dog, yes. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, inhale, high plank. I didn't plan on doing this, but I cheated. I just came down onto my knees. You can do that too. I didn't plan on doing this, but hey, I feel like we're getting pretty far today. So why not? Let's see how our core is working for us. Holy cow, I'm shaking. You might see me fall on my face, but let's try this out. Tighten up that core. Find the strength, build the fire within you, and draw your right elbow up towards your right armpit, trying not to move your hips. Exhale, plant it down. Left elbow to your left armpit. Nice. Without moving your hips. Plant it back down. Holy moly. Come down onto your knees. Very good. Take a child's pose. Very, very good. Just a short break. Inhale, come back up into your tabletop position. Now, I haven't done this for a while. I haven't checked on your chaturangas. So you do your own check with your chaturangas. Are you doing your chaturangas with the correct foundations? And a good way to check is to do them in your tabletop position. So in chaturanga, you want your elbows to point directly behind you. And when you're doing it in tabletop position, then you're taking the weight out of it and you can just work on your form. When you lower down into chaturanga, you only need to go 90 degrees. Squeeze your elbows in toward your sides. You're definitely working the backs of your arms and come all the way back up. Okay, if you've been doing your chaturangas in high plank, go ahead, come into high plank. If you've been coming all the way down onto your belly, see if you can take a pit stop into chaturanga and then all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, cobra, or upward dog. Exhale, belly button to spine, downward dog. Ooh, holy moly, that was so good. Good job. Bring a bend into your knees, come high up onto your tippy toes, hop or step toward the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, arms come all the way up toward the sky. Hands to heart center, palms face forward. Take a moment here, find your grounding. Shoulders relax away from your ears. Weight evenly distributed between both feet, fronts and backs, side to side. Release any gripping that you might have through your quadriceps. Okay, Surya Namaskar B, 3 rounds. We'll get a little fancy at the end. But for now, just do it as per normal. If you know where we're going, move at your own pace. If not, I will guide you through it. And again, doing the 3 rounds is meant to bring you into that sense of mindfulness. So let this help you get into the sense of flow. There's no rush. Move as fast or as slow as you want. Inhale, chair pose, sit back, weight in your heels. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, hop or step toward the back of the mat. We've been here before. Flow through, lower down, Chaturanga or onto your belly. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg up toward the sky. Exhale, sweep it in between both hands. Warrior 1. Come all the way up, knee in line with your ankle, hands together if you can. If that's painful for your shoulders, hands apart is just fine. Exhale, hands come over top of that right foot. Step back, flow through. And then inhale. Left leg up toward the sky. Exhale. Warrior one on the left hand side. Inhale, rise up. Hands together or apart, your choice. Exhale, hands come over top of that left foot. Step back, flow through. Five breaths in downward dog. Long, deep inhale. And exhale. Long, deep inhale. And exhale, 4. Long, deep inhale. And exhale, 5. Bring a bend into your knees. Come high up onto your tippy toes. Hop or step to the top of the mat. Keep that bend in your knees. End off where you started. Utkatasana, chair pose. Hands to heart center. Palms face forward. Tadasana. Round 2, Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, chair pose. Weight in the backs of your heels. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands. Hop or step toward the back of the mat. Flow through. Inhale, right leg up toward the sky, and exhale, warrior 2. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale as you come back down. Step back, high plank, flow through. Inhale, left leg up toward the sky, and exhale, warrior 2. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale as you lower back down. Step back, high plank, flow through your variations. And 5 breaths in downward dog. Long, deep inhale. And long, deep exhale. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Bring a bend into your knees. Come high up onto your tippy toes. Hop or step toward the top of the mat. End off where you started. Utkatasana, chair pose. Nice. Hands to heart center. Palms face forward. And take a couple of breaths here as you re-ground. Okay, let's get a little bit fancy. Starting off as usual though, Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look forward, and exhale, plant your hands, hop or step toward the back of the mat, and flow through. Inhale, right leg up toward the sky. Exhale, sweep that right foot in between both hands. Rise on up, nice. Warrior 1. Pick up your left heel, crescent lunge. Noticing here that it kind of opens up the front of that left hip, your hip flexor. Exhale, hands come over top. Nice, of that right foot. And take a standing half splits as you press into your right foot. Activate that left glute. Lift that left leg up toward the sky. Keep lifting it up toward the sky. Nice. A bend into your right knee. Left foot comes down beside the right. Utkatasana, chair pose, arms up toward the sky. Hands to heart center and twist. Left elbow over your right knee. Don't let that left knee pass your right. Draw that left knee back actively. Nice. Inhale, come back to center, arms up toward the sky. Okay, you need a little bit of leg energy here. As you ground down into that right leg, allow that left leg to take flight. Warrior three, your hands can be in front, beside, or behind. Your gaze 2 feet in front of you. And gently bring a bend into that right knee. Come on back down. Warrior one. Hands come over top of that right foot. Step back, flow through. Nice. Inhale, left leg up toward the sky. Exhale, sweep that left foot in between both hands. Rise up, warrior one. Pick up your right heel. Crescent lunge. Just noticing how that right hip flexor feels. And exhale, hands come over top of that left leg. Straighten out that left leg. Activate that right glute. Come standing splits. Gaze toward the wall or the window behind you. Nice. Bring a bend into that left knee, a bend into that right knee. Right knee comes down to meet the left. Chair pose, arms up toward the sky. Hands to heart center and twist the other way this time. Right elbow over your left leg. Try to bring the palms of your hands to heart center. And this time focus on drawing that right knee back so that it doesn't pass your left. Nice. Inhale, hands come back to center, up and over your ears. And warrior three, hands above, beside, or behind. Pressing into that left leg this time and allowing that right leg to take flight. Gaze 2 feet in front of you. Keep kicking back with that right foot to help you keep balance. And then gently lower that right leg all the way down. Warrior one. Whew, good job. Hands come over top of that left foot. Step back, flow through. Last flow of the day. 5 full breaths in downward dog. And then inhale, come forward, high plank. Stay here for 3 breaths, belly button to your spine. Lower all the way into Chaturanga, or if you need, your belly works too. 2 breaths here. And if you're not already on your belly, all the way down onto the ground, onto the belly. Then press back into child's pose. Taking a quick rest here. We'll finish off with something fun. Inhale, come back to tabletop position. Nice. And just bring yourself into a squat position with your toes together at the middle-ish of your mat. Your heels can totally be lifted. That's not a problem at all. And we're going to play around with all the effort that we put in for these twists. Let's twist to the right hand side first. So, as with everything that we do, choose your own adventure. This is an adventure right here in squat. I know it's not easy for everyone. If you want to go a little bit further, take a twist all the way toward the right. Can both of your hands plant here? I'll come at an angle so you can see better. Can both of your hands plant? Then, can you align your left elbow so that it meets your right knee? Your right elbow so that it meets your right hip. We're coming into side crow. If you're feeling up to it, perhaps then you bring your arms into Chaturanga arms, little shelves for that right leg to go into. Yeah, and if you want to go even further, now look forward, not back or up. Look forward. Then bring your gaze forward, and maybe you begin to tip onto the right side of your body, your legs supported by your arms. Yeah, not bad. And if you want to go even further yet, maybe you tip all the way over until, wow, that left leg lifts. And then, wow, maybe that right leg lifts. And you find yourself in side crow. Come on back to center. Oh, that was so good. So it takes strength in your arms, it takes focus on your gaze, and of course, it takes movement in your spine. You need to be really twisty for this one. Let's try the other side. This time, twisting toward the left hand side, and I can feel the difference in my body already. I don't twist so well on the left hand side when compared to my right. Same stages if you want, just match your elbows up. This time, right elbow to your left knee, left elbow to your left hip. Then maybe take a bend into your arms, preparing for chaturanga arms. Look forward, not back, or up. Look forward. And begin to draw your weight onto your arms. And maybe you tip on so much so that that right leg lifts. And then maybe, just maybe, that left foot also lifts. Yeah, nice job. Oh, come down onto your sit bones. We'll call that a day. You did so good. Maybe it was a little bit spicier than I let on. Okay, use your hands. Take the fleshy bits of your sit bones out to the sides and open up your legs into a nice wide V. Your toes point up toward the sky. And if it looks like as if you're suntanning your pelvis, or like as if you could hold a bowl of soup in your pelvis, then I suggest that you prop yourself up with a block, book, or blanket so that you can sit up nice and tall. Whenever you're ready, inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold forward. Let this be a feel good. Inhale. Rise all the way back up. Use your hands to bring a slight bend into your knees. Draw the soles of your feet together. Hang on to the outer edges of your feet. Inhale, sit tall. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Butterfly pose. And if it's feeling good for your inner leg line and you want more, only if you want more, then go ahead. Perhaps you also fold forward. Nice inhale, sit all the way back up. Use your hands to draw your knees back together and roll all the way onto your back. Let's get into our legs and our hips a little bit more. A reclined Gomukhasana, a reclined cow facing pose. So this time, what you want to do is cross your right leg over your left. Yeah, and if you're already feeling this on the outer edge where your IT band is of that right foot, just leave it here. Otherwise, pick up both feet if you can. Hang on to the outer edges of both ankles, toes slightly pointed up toward the sky, chin gently tucked towards your chest. And if you cannot grab hold of your ankles, you can always grab your shins closer to your knees or even your pant leg. As long as you're feeling a nice opening through the sides of your right leg and your right hip, you're good to go. And you probably figured this out by now. The closer you hug your knees into your chest, the deeper the opening you're going to get. Nice, gently Allow your legs to come back down onto the mat, soles of your feet on the mat, and then cross the other way. Left foot crosses or left knee crosses over your right. And if this feels good for you, stick around here. If you want more, lift up both feet and take hold of your outsides of your ankles. Nice. Gently unwind your legs. Unravel. Hug your knees into your chest and curl yourself up into a really, really tight ball, as tightly as you can. Maybe your forehead even tries to meet your knees. Nice. Squeeze your toes, squeeze your arms together. Nice tight ball. If you were an armadillo trying to protect itself, what would that be like? And then on your next exhale, exhale, let go, dropping into Shavasana, noticing that your shoulder blades are nice and flat against your mat, the palms of your hands up toward the sky, your feet flopped out to either which way. And let's ground in with one releasing breath here. A long, deep inhale through your nose. And exhale, side out through your mouth. Now notice 3 body sensations within you. What are 3 sensations within your body that you can feel right now? Maybe it's the cool ground against your arms or legs. Maybe it's the softening. Some of the muscles that had been particularly challenged in your sequence today. And then sink in. Allow your eyes to drift to the back of your head down into the mat. And this softening throughout your whole entire body, where you can be totally effortless. You can go limp. And you will be supported. The mat and in turn the earth underneath you will support you, even if you let go, especially if you let go. So, can you allow yourself to be supported right now? To let go of any unnecessary gripping and tension in your body. Of course, in turn, your mind body connection. And can you allow yourself to drift and float? Sink even heavier into your mat. To truly let go. So that for the next 3 breaths, you are taking the fullest, deepest breaths that you've taken all day. And that you focus and that you sense nothing but the expansion and the release in your body as you draw in this life force on your inhale. And your exhale. And then feeling refreshed, revitalized, begin to reawaken. Bring movement back into your body. Moving your arms and your legs, your hands and your feet. And then maybe even drawing your arms up overhead for a nice deep stretch. Draw your knees into your chest. Exhale, wrap your arms around your knees, letting all of it feel good. Maybe rocking from side to side. Now then eventually tipping over onto one side or the other. Use your hands to help you up into a seated position. As you arrive, hands to heart center, bowing towards yourself. Close your eyes one very last time. And just take a moment here to acknowledge yourself for showing up on your mat today. For your strength, for your willingness, and of course for the light within you. And gently flutter your eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I always have so much fun with you. I'll see you again at the next class. Namaste.